Welcome to another video. I am Alanna Zingano from Travel the World from A to Z, and in today's video we are sitting down with Mama Lee for part 3 of her interview as she discusses her daily routine, from how she dines on the ship to her cabin accommodations, all while she lives aboard Crystal Cruise Line. So what about the other cruise stories with, oftentimes you hear so wonderful with the crew members going above and beyond, and just like that where you guys are in a very special situation with the ship being stationary caused by the fire, but in a normal situation for an everyday cruiser, can they expect to see crew members go above and beyond, or is there any other stories like that?
On Crystal, they go above and beyond every day.
Yeah.
Nothing is too much. I've known them, if you ask for something special on the menu that is not on the menu, you'll find that within a day or so, they've gone off the ship and buy it and bring it on the ship and fix it for you.
Wow.
That's pretty special.
That is.
They go above and beyond all the time. And you feel very close to that. Well, when you're with anybody for 10 years and they're concentrating on being good to you, you get very close.
I'm sure. And then building the relationships too, I'm sure you know so many of, their families and their stories and their backgrounds. And
when I first went on, knowing that I was going to stay, the crew took turns coming to visit to see what was going on. And I had the carpenter making all these things for the jewelry, and the librarian went by, and she said, what are you doing? What's going on? And he said, I'm making the holders because she's got a lot of jewelry and she needs it where she can see it. She said, well, don't do the necklaces, I want to do them. So she came up with an invention where she took champagne corks, attached them to a Formica strip, and put them on the bathroom door, on the outside of the bathroom door. And I was able to hang all my necklaces on these champagne corks. And it looked very festive. But they enjoyed going above and beyond.
yeah, it's a fun project for them too that they don't normally get to participate in and kind of use their own creative skills. But that's, I'm sure, with living at sea for so long and having the crew helping you, you really kind of come up with some fun.
They become your family.
Right. And it's actually one of the stories that Mama Lee tells in her book here, So I May Be Homeless, But You Should See My Yacht. A really fun read here, and we're actually going to be doing a giveaway for a signed copy by Mama Lee here. So if you guys are interested, stay tuned in the details for that. You can check the description box for all the details of how to enter into the giveaway. Talk about some common questions that a lot of viewers ask when they learn about living life at sea. Basically, how do you book your cruises? Where do you start with that?
I have a sister-in-law, my brother's wife, who lives in Honolulu. And you'd think she lived next door. It is so easy to do things. Since 1962, she's booked every cruise I've done.
Really? So she's a travel agent?
She's a travel agent,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
And I'm her best customer.
Without a doubt.
She booked the two of us for the whole time we were doing it, and then continued with me after I lost him, and he's been gone 20 years.
Yeah. That's great to have her able to manage your bookings and in case anything happens.
She does all my booking.
That's wonderful.
And all my fighting when I have something to fight for. And my granddaughter does the rest. She does anything financial. She's on my checkbook. Mm-hmm. She's in her 30s now too, and has a very responsible job, but she's been priceless. So between her and her brother, I had it made.
So what type of room do you have on the ship?
I have a very large room, and it's the first room off the elevator, which is a big help. For the last room in the hall. And my room has things no other room has, made by the crew.
Yeah.
People come and say, I want to see your room.
They come and get ideas of what they want in theirs and how to stay organized with using the space that you have, right?
And then I have a lot of my friends, I tell them, don't bring any jewelry.
Yeah.
I have all his jewelry and you're free to use it. As long as you bring it back, that's the only requirement. So they do. I have one friend who says, I love leaving my jewelry home and wearing yours.
It's like you went shopping. So that's
I
some
have
good space.
too many clothes. That's what I'm going through now, trying to get rid of them. And it's a handicap room, which means it doesn't have a step up into the bathroom, which is wonderful, because that step is treacherous. More people fall walking into the bathroom because of that step. You don't expect to have to take a step up into the bathroom.
Right.
But with a handicapped room, you have to be able, it has to be capable of accommodating a wheelchair. I don't have a wheelchair. I did, but I don't anymore. Same table for 10 years, known as Mama Lee's table. You're at Mama Lee's table. And the same people would come back time and time again and always sit at Mama Lee's table. So it's, you know, friends come and you know them. I mean, I didn't bring them. They didn't come from where I come from. But if they've been at the table before, that means I've spent weeks with them.
Right.
Having every meal. And I enjoy that.
So what are some of your favorite meals on the ship that you would have at that table of 8?
You can have anything you can dream up.
Yeah, you mentioned they'll make anything that you want
they'll
for
make
you.
anything you want. It doesn't have to be on the menu.
Are you a big foodie? Do you love seafood or
Well,
what?
people say, how could you be 10 years on the ship and not be fat? And I
You're
said,
dancing 5.5 hours
well,
a
I
day.
did.
That's
That
why.
helped. I dance 5.5 hours a day, but you find that when you have that spread every day, it loses its appeal. It loses its novelty. So you only take what you like.
Yeah.
And you stop liking everything. You don't have to have it all, because you could say, you know, that's beautiful, but I'll have it tomorrow.
Yeah.
You don't try to. When you're on a 7-day cruise, you overeat, because you paid all this money, and you want to eat. You want to get your money's worth in food,
Right.
but you don't feel that way when you live there. You know, it'll happen again, and you can have it that time. You
Yeah.
have to have it this time.
So where would you more likely have your meals in? The main dining room, or would you prefer to eat at the buffet?
They all have side restaurants, specialty restaurants.
Right.
And I work my way around every one of them. And then when somebody doesn't want to go to the specialty restaurant, then I go back to the dining room. Dining room is always good.
And what's great about Crystal is that they actually include some of the specialty restaurants depending on your sailing.
They include everything.
I'd love to hear a little bit of your daily logistics on the ship. So your day in the life and what you enjoy doing from start to finish. Do you start off your day with, you know, your morning walk around the ship, or do you head right to breakfast?
I enjoy the ship when everybody gets off. And then I can go swimming, and I'm the only one there, but the help is all there. So there's somebody watching you all the time.
Right.
You don't have to worry.
The lifeguards.
And you're not going to have a bunch of people in the way when you want to swim. I like it when, go away. If I'm going to do something, I don't need the big crowd there. But I do like swimming in the pool when there's nobody on the ship.
Right.
And it's my pool.
And how do you spend your day when everyone is on the ship? So when you're at an at-sea day, what would you normally find?
I do 10 hours a day of needlepoint. And then I give it all to the crew.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say.
I've done hundreds of small pieces that I give to the crew. And they love it. They send it to foreign countries to the family.
Right.
I enjoy that. And the ship provides that too, you know. They provide the kits.
The supplies.
You don't have to buy it.
Oh,
They
wow.
give it to you. I mean, the smallest ones, they pay $12 for, just for the kit. Then you put the work into it, and it's worth more than $12, and then I give it away.
Wow. Well, that's a good expense that you're saving in
That I
as
don't
well.
have, yeah. And you get a nice allowance of what you can spend, several $100s that you can spend in the stores.
Yeah.
You just sign for it, and it comes off the credit. Everybody gets a credit.
And what about those other like doctor's appointments and people who do have other health concerns? They're worried that that would stop them from living on a cruise ship like you. How would you go about that if you had daily medication and things like that where you would need your checkups?
On the ship, you're responsible for your own, but they have it. If you need more, they have like a pharmacy.
Oh, okay.
They keep a supply of pills. There's a medical center. There's always a doctor on board. If the doctor goes shopping off the ship and he's late coming back, the ship can't leave. It's required by law that he be on board before the ship can go, which is very comforting to know there's always one available.
Right.
And then there are 3 nurses that are there full time. So that's good to know too. Once I woke them up, they all came.
But any other major type of, healthcare needs and things like that, you wouldn't be able to have that taken care of on the ship because they don't have the capability of doing,
Well, when you have something serious like a fall, then they'll put you in the hospital.
Well, friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. Sitting down with Mama Lee has been an absolute pleasure, getting to know her life and even further from her book here that was such a pleasure to read. And again, I do have a giveaway for you if you're interested in a signed copy by Mama Lee herself. The description box will tell you how to enter into this giveaway, so be sure to look out for that. If you guys enjoyed the video, please do give it a big thumbs up, subscribe for more if you haven't already, and until next time, ciao for now.